Hey everyone, how's it going? So what we're going to do now is make it so that when you click on each post, it will take you to the post page where you can view that. So let me just show you what that looks like. If I click on something, you'll see it takes you to this page where you can view the post. And it will also show you replies too. So if I find a post which has a reply right here, it will show you the replies as well. So yeah, it's not too difficult. So let's make a start. In common.js, we're going to go and add some code. And we'll write the code underneath these two document.onClick ones because we're going to be doing the same thing as that. So what I'm going to do is copy this line and paste it below because it's another click handler, and I'll just close this off like that. So we've got an empty click handler right there, and the element we're going to be attaching this click event to is the post one, the dot post. Now, remember the dot post is each one of these posts. The root element of each post has the class post. You'll see right here. So you can see they all got they all have the class post. So what do we want to do? Well, we want to get the post ID from this. Now we know how to do this. If I go to any one of these ones, I can copy these two. Okay, I'll close that down again so it's out of the way, and just paste that in there, and this will do it. So we're not going to call this button because it's not a button, I guess, or it might not be. We're going to call it element, and then we're also going to obviously rename it there. So we should now have the post ID, because get post ID from element, if you look here, it checks if the element is the root one. So if the element has the class post, rather than trying to find its parent with the class post, it just returns that as it is. So it just uses that as the element. So yeah, we've already taken care of that scenario. So anyway, we now have the post ID. What do we want to do with it? Well, because this get post ID from element can potentially return undefined for the post ID, obviously it would alert there, but what we'll do as well is just we'll say if post ID is not equal to undefined. So if there is actually a post ID, then we are going to just send the user to this page right here, this post page. You can see it's the post page in the URL. So the way we do that is just by saying window.location.href equals, and then just pass in /post, and then we can also add on the post ID, which is of course there, post ID. So that will now take the user to that page. But if I just show you something real quick, I'll refresh the page. So if I click on one of these, it takes it to the page. Great. I mean, ignore the error for now. Obviously, we haven't done that page yet, but it takes us to the page. That's what we want. But if I click on the like button, it also takes us to the page. So at the moment, if we like something, it takes us to the page, which we don't want. So all we're going to do is in that if statement, we will just make sure they're not clicking a button as well. So if element is not, so dot is, and then button like this. And in JavaScript, the dot is function just checks whether something is a certain type. So we've said if the element is not a button, okay, remember that exclamation point in front, that's quite important here. So if the element's not a button as well, then we'll change it. But this way, if the user if I refresh the page, if the user presses the button, it won't take them away. But if they press anywhere else that isn't a button, it will take them to the post. So yeah, good job, guys.